morning, YouTubers. You've guessed it. I'm on yet another e-bike. But this ain't any ordinary e-bike. This is the Gin X250 watt hybrid. Guys, I love it this much. I'm actually keeping this bike. It is versatile. It's the hybrid version. So yes, I can do this. I can go off the beaten track. I can go on the road. And for the price, it's sub £1,000 at the time of this recording. It is absolutely fantastic. You've got to remember, this is a sub £1,000 e-bike, but it doesn't scrape on the extras that you get with it. You get this fantastic Bafang 250 watt brushless motor. You have the 7-speed Shimano gear set with the Atlas derailleur. You've got front suspension, which is brilliant. It's also preloadable, and you can lock it in and out if you want to for that hardened journey on the roads. To give you that extra bit of speed. It's got this fantastic LCD screen. Yes, it's not colour. Doesn't need to be colour. It tells you absolutely everything. The battery life on this is phenomenal. 75 miles plus. It also doesn't scrape on the brakes. You have the Zoom hydraulic brakes. Hydraulics for less than £1,000 on an e-bike. Absolutely fantastic. And they claim it's the KMC rust-free chain. These grips, they're fantastic. They're like a leather, ergonomically designed handle, which is, it's so comfy. I mean, they haven't scraped at all, like I've said, on the quality products they've used with this, but they've managed to keep it under £1,000. And the styling and colour is absolutely fantastic. You can get this in a 500 watt version. This is the 250 watt version. You don't need any more, guys. This is ample, and obviously it's legal. But for all you out there, yes, I have got the throttle fitted for this video, and it is unrestricted. So you can see I am going slightly faster with the power assisted. Let's talk about the nitty gritties of it. It's got your 5 power assist modes, like pretty standard, and you can probably change that in the menu. Yes, it's got front and rear mud guards. Yes, they are plastic, but come on, let's think about the price. But the best thing of all is the sound of this motor. It almost sounds like you're starting up a jet engine on a Typhoon jet. Absolutely phenomenal. What else can I say about the Gin X? It's a beauty to ride. It handles really well. There's no knocking, no rubbing. It's a well-built bike. And I've hats off to Gin. They've done really well with this fantastic bike. Let's see what sort of speeds we can get out of it then. Obviously unrestricted. So I'm comfortably doing 21 miles an hour on terrain that is really bumpy, but it handles well. It really does. It really handles it superbly. And then when you get onto the flat, almost gliding. There's no effort involved whatsoever. One thing I do like about the screen and the battery levels, it's so intuitive. It will go up and down on the 100%. See, I got 100% now. If I start flooring it, you'll see it drops to 86%. It's so accurate and so quick. And that's one reason why I have 100% faith in the battery level. Some of the bikes that I've used before, it says 30% left. You get about 2 minutes down the road and it goes to 0. This one is so intuitive and so accurate. So if I put it down to 2, you can see in this journey so far I've done 3 miles. You can hear I'm not breathing hard. It's actually a very comfortable bike. So I've knocked it down to 2. And I'm going a comfortable 12 miles an hour with no effort whatsoever. Let's turn the battery off. So again, it feels like a normal push bike. There's no resistance. You don't feel heavy, it's a light bike. Yeah, Gin, you've done it in my eyes. You've made one of the best e-bikes for the price. Even through this boggy terrain, it is a pleasure to be sat on the saddle of it. And of course, we always got to listen to one of my favourite things about these e-bikes. It's quite a good horn, to be fair, isn't it? It's loud. It's a lot louder than some of them I've had. But less of me talking about all the bits and bobs of this bike. Let's go and have a look at it in all its glory. Probably going to take the rear basket off because it has got perfect ample storage there, but I think that would look even better without that on the back. But like I said, it's a hybrid, so you can enjoy it on the off-beaten track like we are now. It's just as fun as any other bike I've had. Well, that's enough of me test riding this awesome bike. Let's see how easy it is to build. So I'd like to say thank you very much to Gin and especially Marina for getting in touch and letting me review this bike. On initial looks then, this bike is this box is much smaller than the other Engwees I've had. And again, Martin, I've learned from the best. And there we have it, guys. Again, fantastically packaged. By all means, it's very well done of these companies, actually. They are actually taking pride in packaging their equipment. So what do we get in the box then, guys? We get, obviously, the front tyre. It's becoming quite an obvious thing here. Rear tyre is pretty much built up. We have got attachments here that will need to be sorted. Pedals again, and the front end. We've got, also got a water bottle holder. So that's quite a handy little thing. Again, front and rear mudguards. Again, these are going back to the plastic, but you got to remember this bike retails for about £500 less than the Engwees that I have been looking at recently. So we'll have a look what's in the box. You'll also notice then that it is quick release. So we've gone back there. So that's another step in the right direction in my eyes for some of these bikes. They are easily dismantled. So with the Gin bike then, you do get a rear light, but it's not battery connected to the bike's battery. It's single battery operated. So you will need to replace that. But for the price, you're talking £500 less than some of the ones I've been doing recently. And they do supply with batteries. You have the pedals, but I'm pleased to say they are metal pedals, so a great addition there. And I would like to say that toolkit is better than some of the more expensive models I have been doing recently. And you get your screwdriver like you do in the other ones. You get a proper decent spanner. Some of the other ones weren't very good. And you get this fantastic multi-tool with various different Allen keys, screwdriver bits and some sockets. Fantastic compared to what I've been used to. And I believe this will be the charging block, which it is. And also I've got to mention you do get your Gin
display unit, which is not mounted to the handlebars at present, which I suppose is quite good, keep it a little bit safer. Boxed nicely in a little box there, and then we can connect that. And it also has your little controls for up, down and memory, etc. So we'll have a look at that when we fit that. So another great thing with this company is they're trying to save the planet. The documents for building this are all online and you can download them. So just go to Gin Bikes and you'll be able to download that directly from their website. So shall we start? This one, we're going to start with the front today. So at the front then, we use our multi-tool and we needed to disconnect the 4 bolts at the front there to fit the handlebars. So I'll do that now. Again, they've all got small washers, so just be mindful not to lose them. 4 fasteners come off there. And again, make sure the cable feels correct, yeah? Have a little play around with it. There's serrated edges again then to line up to the center of the bracket. Plop the bracket over, and again, these will be loosely fitted until I've tested and adjusted at the very end. That's the handlebars loosely fitted. And now I'm just going to fit the actual control display over the front of that yoke. And so it's just a quick dismantle here. I've removed the fasteners from the display screen and the control panel, and I'm going to fit them over the front of the yoke like so. And then I'm going to put the controls on the left hand side there, so I'm not in the way of the gears. And I've got another hand there to fix. You can put it as close to or as far away from the handle as you want. You have got plenty of length on the cable. Then I'm going to loosely fasten that again, purely for the fact that I may need to test and adjust once it's all fitted. Now we're going to have a look at fitting the front tyre. So again then, we have got transportation covers over everything to prevent any damage. We've got some lovely brake discs there, and we've got some smaller tyres. I've not ridden one of these e-bikes with standard size tyres, so I'm quite intrigued to see the difference. Again, making sure you line up the disc with the brake unit itself, and as discussed, this one does have the quick release fastening. I'm going to make sure spring and captive are there, put the spring back on, and then put your nut on. And obviously, as we already know, with quick release there's no need for tools, which does make it absolutely fantastic in my eyes. Tighten that up, and there we go. So now it's beginning to resemble a bike, and what a fine looking bike it is. I'm actually really excited to try this because it is a normal looking bike, but with the electric added bonus. So what I'm going to do now is attack the rear end. So as you can see, you may want to loosen these off. I should be able to bring it across. That unit there sticks into the center of that bar and that fastener, and that's the rear mudguard fitted. I will tighten these fasteners up, and now onto the pedals. Again, if you can see that, the pedals are denoted left and right. So now we're going to fit the front mudguard. Just bear in mind you will have the front light to fit as well. So I'm going to go at the front there with the bolt through the frame into the mudguard housing, and then with the nut tighten that up. So I'm going to do a quick test and adjust, and that is then the Gin e-bike ready to roll.